Oh, hello again. Well, I was gonna do a video. Oh, tanned. I'm getting more tanned. Although it's chilly today, I didn't really go outside. I was working on machine tools and that kind of thing. So I just happened to grab some papers out of that box. BOX. At least 10,000, I am told. So let's start with which I drew up a few days ago. Another week ago, maybe. Which way is which with this thing? This is drawn out by a military contractor, 1993. Yeah, 1993 battery replacer. And I wanted to show this again. I think it's kind of worth investigating or pursuing. I don't know. Although it's similar to what I was doing, but I don't understand this part here yet. Although I probably could, but if I got the energy to do it, I might build it. The inner core dark here is an iron rod, let's say. I think it is an iron rod. That's what it's explained to me. And I'll use a pointer. This is a coil number 41 or 44 gauge wire wrapped around this iron bar. Okay. And up here is a special capacitor formed to be circular, which simply because it's a D-size battery placing unit, military style. Okay. And we got the negative and the positive coming off the capacitor. And this, I remember somebody mentioning niobium, junction barrier excitation, transistor, blah, blah, blah type thing, which is kind of like my crystal power unit, which would excite this iron bar to oscillate magnetic fields. Now, I mean, this is explaining. I have my own idea how to build these other units, which are a lot bigger than this thing, a D-size battery. Although I made crystal power cells, but still, the bigger ones I built for my clients in Germany and Japan. So, using barium titanate cylinders and blocks, round blocks, which I have left now. I think about 3 left. I sold all of the rest of them. But anyway, so I kind of understand this, but I might attempt it someday if needed. I made so many of these things, you get burned out, after a while. And voltage is 1.5 apparently, according to this. My stuff was, well, it was similar oscillations in a barium cylinder at roughly 18.5 kilohertz, measured by Kyoto Institute of Technology by Takashi Ojiwawa. And it produced anywhere from a volt to 3 volts, sometimes milliamps, sometimes up to an amp. The best one I ever built of one of these crazy things was, for Germany, was 24 volts at a quarter ampere, give or take. And it's always fluctuating, and I demonstrated for a number of years until it broke, accidentally broke, and never bothered to make it again. Anyway, let me get on to another topic. Alrighty, so going through the papers. Oh, what's this? That's kind of cool. That's Prince Hans Adams' wife, who's on a stamp, Liechtenstein. So what is this? Nice big letter. I think it's, let's see. Let's take a look. Oh, it's Christmas card. And it's New Year. Oh yeah, so it's all in German. Laura and Hans Adam Liechtenstein. was very nice of them to do that. And that's Castle Vaduz, or Slosh Vaduz. Just sort of found that sitting there, so. Then I found some other stuff that I just took a random grab of stuff. Like I said before, there's 10,000 papers that Nancy said was copied into the computer. So anyway, I got some things maybe of interest to you hobbits out there. I don't know. Get that back in there. What do we got here? What do we have? This is, I presented this yesterday and I grabbed this again. It's National Defense Headquarters, Ottawa, KIAOK2. Have the paper in hands. The unprecedented scientific swindle of 1919, whatever that is. It's about Albert Einstein, theory of relativity, Einstein general theory of relativity. Okay, so it goes on to these equations. And you can see, I'm going to take pictures of these and post them somewhere. As we progress over, and like I said, a lot of dialogue here, and it takes forever to read it all, but in relation to the equations, historic approach and review of Einstein's general theory of relativity. In this paper, I do intend to discuss in detail because of the large mathematical knowledge. Okay, so it goes on. Let's see. That's intriguing. Some handwriting here. What is this? I'm not sure. It's very small. Some kind of stamp. The letter was sent to American astronomer George Hale, who answered Einstein as indicated by the sign ANS, left corner of letter above. Well, let's get on. I don't know if this is kind of... Now let's consider a photon, which, when at a distance L above the surface of a star, moves downwards towards the center with frequency V and energy HV. After falling through the distance L, it will have lost potential energy. Well, okay, interesting. This could be interesting to somebody. Frequency variations measured for the photon after fall is then from equation 1.6. Alright, so this is that. I could read the whole thing, but it's get kind of tedious. So, diagrams, I think, are important. You see that thing there? Diagram. Now, what's this diagram of? The general theory of relativity predicts that a photon escaping the infinity from the surface of the star gains potential energy and loses its equal amount of kinetic energy. But the general theory of relativity also predicts some radar signals and light are slowed down appreciably as they pass the sun. That's intriguing. Okay, so we got another diagram here of some kind. And then we move on. Now, there's a lot of equations here that are just wild. So we got light ray, radius r, and the computed bending of light rays by a black hole with respect to Fermat's principle and relativity geometry of the spacetime proves the inconsistency of the theory of relativity. Okay. Arguments and theorems, huh? Oh, yeah, I don't know if this is useful anyway, but it goes on and on and on. 43rd meeting of the Italian Society for the Advancement of the Sciences, he said. It's kind of weird. Anyway, it's, I believe it was published by René Louis Vallée. Here we go with this again. Why I have this, I don't know. I was looking for email sent to me in 2003. What a lot of noise that is out there, isn't it? By some Russian scientists who discovered that the South Pole has a time variance. I still got that in all that paper out there somewhere. But I don't know if it's worth. It intrigues me. It's a backwards in time event. Okay, what do we got down here? Okay, let's see. Mr. John Hutchison. Thank you for idea. Oh, this is recent. I don't remember even getting this. 4/16. 2022. It's recent, for Pete's sake. Dear Mr. Russell, thank you for sharing this EOST project, which stands for Exponential Operating System Turbine. The device, when done, is meant to enhance, harmonize human intelligence. The enclosed papers show many combinations to meet requirements of EOST. Few copies of letters already sent out, such as Elon Musk and Starlink and UC Berkeley. There is also a paper about free energy and propulsion. Okay, so this is recent stuff. Wow, how recent is that? Wow, just a little while ago. I didn't even know it. Okay, so what is all this? Department of Physics, University of California. Address and everything. Dear people, I have been closed. Some ideas. EOS Systems Turbine. The device when finished is okay. I think I vaguely recall this now. Emitter collector processor, the brain's antenna that can send or receive signals through time and dimensions, may have insight for working with multi-dimensional, multi-parallel universes with a Stargate-like TV, rather form a place capable of processing many levels and types of information from the consciousness. Oh, okay. Produced by the matrix of the universe. This is intriguing, okay. I wonder if it's... it may also include the built contextual directories or even image to be scanned to acquire methodology of intellectual transforming logic as a form of induction circuitry to be processed and built. The process involved becomes a very forward-thinking because it involves conceptual array and conductor-made variants. These activities can be considered as custom-fit applications to each individual needs. Okay. Um, Design and operation. Very nice stuff, I think. And we had one hiking when I really wanted to do this. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember this now. I remember the colored pictures. Thank you, kind sir. This is very well made. More pictures. Well, this is recent. It's in the box of papers. Of course. I mean, I don't know if it's classified or not, but oh well. Image credit semantic scholar. Yeah, this is. I vaguely remember this now. This came in the mail not long ago. Gee, I might have been stupid. It's one of the EOST units. From Finch, Starfire Engine Systems, USA, Penn Valley Drive, Penn Valley, California. Well, okay. This could be quite important, right? And that's a recent thing. Okay, let's move on to something else here. I think I do. Another stack of paper. Let's get around here. Time contraction. 23 May. Fusion facts. Oh, the use of free energy unscreened wormholes leading to time contraction by Samuel. Oh, that's who it is. In one of my papers, is Samuel Fail. I have these letters. I want to try to remember who he was. That's all about this. Okay. I'm sure this is out in the public domain. Technical correspondence, Dennis. A lot of people. Is this a magazine or something? God, that's good, interesting stuff here. Oh, okay, so interference phenomena observed during cold fusion, submitted 1991. TM and K. Kurakawa. Observation of heavy elements produced during explosive cold fusion. Observation of gravity decays of multiplied nuclei produced during cold fusion, submitted 1991. Excuse me. Observation of mesh-like traces of nuclear emulsions during cold fusion. Searching for tiny black holes during cold fusion. Dr. Mayam Samoto has been performing a series of experiments since '89, while others have been at macro results of cold fusion heat. Tritium Matsumoto has been carefully examining many of the detailed detailed results, of fusion as determined by the extensive use of special nuclear emulsions. I'm sure Bob Greener knows this. Letter from Cold Fusion Research Advocates. Dear Hal, Gene Mallock was in Washington yesterday and talking with congressional staff people. Arthur C. Clarke, okay. This is fascinating, okay. So seems like a newsletter called Fusion Facts. And what we got here? Deutsche Physics. Oh, my friend L. Kathuman, the mechanism of Tesla Etika machines with the last and biggest one, which has a diameter of more than 2 meters and will deliver 30 kilowatts of free energy. Well, I don't know. Deutsche Physics, huh? I remember these guys, Deutsche Physics. And we got diagrams. Let's take a look at those. Maybe some hobbits out there would like the... Look at these things. Some kind of intriguing stuff. You can always take a screenshot of any of my videos or download them or keep them. I don't care. Because you never know when they're going to be wiped off again. Deutsche Physics. Dear Mr. Fail, thank you for your letter of 17th March to be enclosed $35. If you know something more on the group's businesses. Oh, this is about Merthacina. Metherneth, whatever. Hard to pronounce it. I was invited there by the person. I was also invited to live in Belzeg. Here we go. 22 minutes, John. Okay. I think this is German as well, right? Cold War Secretary shrouds nearly 6,000 U.S. pensions. I don't get it. All right, so Samuel Fail. Now, what is this? Okay, metal samples or something. What have we got here? Kanagashira, Yim Namura, J. Crystal Growth, F. Rosenberger, DeLong, and Olson. Uranium dioxide crystals. Oh, okay, that's what they are. All right. Goes into a lot of detail here. Now, speaking of crystals, I did mention William Moore in Fort Worth, Texas, sent me a long time ago those dilithium crystals, as they were called, or odd pink, unknown crystals. Very tiny things, about the size of my finger, little finger. Oh, here I am talking like that. Okay. Hi. So yeah, so those, I mentioned that yesterday. They would change color, transmit color from one to the other. One would get pinker, one would get lighter, and white. Observed by many people. Marianne Miller, Lama Lee in White Rock, British Columbia, Nicole Whitney, Peter Williams of CNN, who filmed them, Constable Ted Usha, the Westminster Police Department, and others. So these were in a box. Oh, Jason, who had loved carrying his awesome Desert Eagle pistol, 50 cal. I like that thing. He wanted them, and a priest wanted them. And Yin warned me years prior, keep these always in a box. Don't ever talk about them. Don't bother with them. What she knew, I don't know. She seems to know more than I do. I guess women do. Hi! I'm not a woman. I'm just a loopy person. So, oh, hold on. Yeah, so that was, intriguing. So Lama Lee said there was a dimension open up, and one of the crystals gave off a small piece of itself up in her apartment. There was a lot of papers connected to it as well, research done on those odd pink, as the name is, dilithium crystals, William Worm. And I did write this up in several emails a while ago, and Lama Lee wrote back as well. Who else was involved in these crazy things? Forget his name, and Dr. Danny and friend observed them. And a priest wanted to get ASAP to New Westminster, British Columbia. I guess some word leaked out. Yin said to me, just don't mention them. Just say you sent them back or throw them out or something. Actually, I did do that, and it stopped that guy from coming. So what's with this unique stuff? I don't know. I just found a contact of mine, a friend, Nick Cook, Jane's Defense Weekly, is now studying consciousness related to UAP, unusual aerial phenomena. Produced a website, and I hope that some of that stuff will. What Nick is doing is usually very good and always turns into pure gold, so I suggest you go to that website. And there is something to it. I know there is. I see things, I hear things, I visualize things. I don't talk well, except Under Pressure by Art Bell or news people. But anyway. So, yeah, that might be information if Nicole Whitney will release the video. Thank you. And Peter Williams, a CNN film. News for the Soul, News for the Soul TV. Come on, Nicole, you got the stones. I think she's the one that had the stones. They sort of wound up in different hands. James, the Truth Seeker, also experienced the stones and demanded them. I'm going to put this stuff away, I guess, and go in the other room. Well, so, more papers. It is quite interesting, this whole odd pink adventure. Include NYPD, criminal and intelligence investigation people. It was truly fascinating. I guess it goes back in this box. Wow, it's so packed. I want to keep pulling out. It's easy to pull out. Wow. I want to get it. Mm-hmm. There we go. And this one is totally packed as well. Years to go through that stuff. I don't think there's anything there any good. I don't know. Still record. I got my thumb over it. Hello. Why do I smell perfume? I guess nobody's out there. Perfume? Yeah, perfume. It is 29 minutes, almost be half hour or so. So the odd pink, I felt they should take their own course, what they did do through people. Marianne even built a terrarium for them. just couldn't believe what I see. Well, I could believe what I'm seeing, but nobody else would. Oh, thumb over at again, John. Bob Greener made some unique statements too about consciousness and other planets. So it seems like there's as well as Nancy, who's always talking about it. So there must have been a wave of energy that sort of got people talking about it. Bob Greener and somebody else too. But anyway, I like to try and be grounded because I can go way off. It's sitting in the sun, my mind goes meditating. Unusual areas. So that happens to us. Klingon princess or something. So, all in all, I did post a video of the lathe I made to manual machinists. Oh, and one, I get a comment like this. That's kind of funny. I've been doing this for 40 years. You need rigidity and solidity, which is true. You do. I really recommend you don't operate that thing. Oh, he said in a comment. Waiting for a disaster to happen. Well, I wonder what's with him. I did run it today. I have no issues with it. It does work. Peels off good slices of metal. It's accurate. He's the guy with gel. It's just I call it my Pakistan lathe. Something they do in Pakistan, a country where they haven't got many materials, and because I like watching them be creative in what they're building, and I get ideas from the group. A bunch of machinists, manual machinists, how they fix things, build things. Like the Khyber Pass people building guns all the time. So I learned from these folks. It'd be fun to go there and just study it. It'd be fun to go to Greece too and go to Mr. Alec's scrapyard. Hello, Mr. Alec. Send me some special deals. I got a lot from Mr. Alec. It's how many pounds? I don't know. Maybe close to 2,000 pounds of stuff. Mr. Alec, I really like him. He takes apart Navy ships now, taking apart aircraft. He owns a metal recycling company in Athens, Greece. They probably have to get a bunch of psychiatrists and police to pull me out of the scrapyard. I go nuts. Oh, I need a lot of money, that's why. Send me money! Your little oversized hobbit needs money all the time to buy junk on eBay and other stuff. So let's go look at the lathes for now. I'll end the video. 35 minutes of talking and reading letters. The waddle puss. So I was busy today positioning things and testing this lathe out. I got a unique bearing adjustment system with it. So I put it over here now, as you know, as made in previous videos. And it cuts heavy chips. And that's the motor. A Delta Rockwell motor. You simply reverse the wires inside of it and it reverses itself. And down here is the headstock. I made this bearing over here. It's adjustable. It takes up all the backlash and everything else. It's brass I should say. And Babbitt, good old Babbitt. And this is an old Babbitt bearing too. It's just perfect. And this is my compound that runs back and forth. You can see I've been cutting stuff. Cleaned it all up. I take a magnet and suck it all out. I see chips still there, so I'll clean it up tomorrow. I'm going to make a handle for here. This is for tension. The whole thing is locked down. And got a steady rest and tailstock, of course. I think it's kind of cool. It's made out of H-beams, thick H-beams. 2 of them, by the way, broadly. So, experienced no trouble with it. What's it going to do? Blow up in my face or something? Come on, man. Some people are really wacky, you know. 4-jaw chuck. What is that, an 8-inch? Yeah, 8-inch 4-jaw, and they're machining that off as a test subject. Test subject. Still here yet. See that there? It comes off very nicely. Legs, sexy legs for it. On eBay. This, the I-beams I got from Cormac Metals in Minnesota. And it's locked up here with bolts, of course. So that's anchored solid, and that's anchored solid as well. Everything is clamp style. So I got clamps for everything here. It just clamps all together real quick. This is something to do, for Pete's sakes. I'm replacing that switch with a reversible switch. That's 600 amperes. And I don't need that much. So the Delta Rockwell motor is a freebie from the scrapyard a couple of months ago, November, I think. I repainted it and changed the capacitor in it because it would hum. So now it doesn't hum, it works fine, and everything's cool. Hunky-dory. Hunky-dory? Yes. Oh, good old Pablo face. Baggy eyes. You need a facelift, guy. You need a facelift? Yeah, the sexy man. Anyway, never mind. And this one I got mounted the other day. Yesterday, was it? The other day. So, I got found some pulleys on eBay. And just make a jack shaft system on top here, and then that'll be all done. And motor, well, I got a lot of little motors and things, so we'll see what happens there. So, and yeah, so okay, and what did I do? Yeah. I moved this today. Moving machinery, you do it very slow and calculating. So we moved the little killer hacksaw over there. So now I have room over in the other area. See, this is the killer hacksaw. Heavy, solid stuff. This is 8,000 pounds, by the way. The brochure. And we have the real lathe again. This one I use quite a bit. Jet lathe and a boring rig, drilling rig. And Mr. Excello again, I'm going over this stuff, a shaper. And in my space area, another shaper, is here. I sit on this box on some foam and go through the drawers of goodies. This is an antique lathe. Not Pawn Stars. No, who was it? He was on TV. Or they buy up the old storage sheds and all that. So I know him. And this he had on eBay and I bought it. It works beautiful. Wow, and that is a 8-inch pulley. Oh goody. Oh goody, so this is a closing. It's a closing. I like saying that. Dividing heads and other machines. All kinds of machines. Yes, number one. These are all tooling attachments.
Oh my God!
I did this the other day too, a portable milling machine. A closing. You gotta love some of these old guys, you know, I got a closing. I got a closing. Like it's special. Well, it is special. They are special too. It's just the way they behave is funny. Like, I got a big truck. I got a Ford truck. I got a big truck, you know, a big truck. Power hungry, you know what I mean? Down deep, jelly bean. I got a closing. I got a fart caught crossways in. That's another one too. He's got a fart. Caught crossways in this arse. You know that. No. Oh, this is another bloody nightmare I gotta do is the artillery room. Cannons and things. And cannons don't like moving on their own. No, they don't. Whoa. Oh, what did I do? Oh, yeah.
My binoculars.
Yes, we know. This one I built myself, a cannon. The whole thing is cool and crazy looking. It's like a lot of machining, though. It's a breech loader. Oops, who are you in the way here? What's down here? Okay. My binoculars are German flat glasses, railway gun stuff. Another cannon. And also a box of crates full of cannons. Put the periscope there and other things that are optical. I got my old German piece. It's got a swastika on it. Never used, I don't think. There's no rust, nothing. It fits inside of a larger cannon for practice rounds. So it was what? Ooh, I think it was 5-inch. Bigger, I don't know. That's a real rare, one-of-a-kind piece. It came from a German bunker by Special Forces. Sold it to me some years ago. Anyway. A closing. I've got a closing in my head.
Woof, woof.
So, a closing. So that's a lay story and other stories and stupid stories.
I'm a ridiculous clown.
Cannons over here, cannons up here. Mr. Alex stuff from Greece. Lots of it from Apex. On eBay I got that computer, and that's up at HMCS Yukon, the radar system. And we got a cannon. I keep my shirt proudly. HMCS Columbia project, one of the 4 warships I worked on. And that came off one of the area that just threw it in my bag. My deal was anything I could get off the ship without getting paid. I didn't want any money. It complicates things. Ooh, wow. Haha. Okay, I'm going to go. Get ready to go. Okay. 44 minutes. Oh, I got to go.
Hi, it's me, Carla. Hi.